Russia.
Ironic.
They remade it, reshaped it, redesigned it, resell it to the Russians. So those are the people of Dubai. Excellent traders. That make the archaeologists believe that Nabatean are originally from the area of northern or central part of Arabia, which is Bahrain and United Arab Emirates. The second main theory talk about the southern part of Arabia, which is Yemen. Yemen. What makes the archaeologists believe that Nabatean are from Yemen? They're skillful in dealing with water. They have the best water system. I dare to say that Nabatean system by the 1st century after Christ, 2000 years from now, is better than our water system in Aman in the year of 2013. So that makes the people believe, the archaeologists believe, that Nabatean originally may be from the area of Yemen. So Nabatean arrived to Petra here by 900 before Christ. 900 before Christ. And they last here till the 7th or the 800 after Christ, when the earthquake of 747 destroyed the city. Is that the only reason? No, for sure not. The Islamic period started by Rasulullah ﷺ, Muhammad, and then the 4 caliphs, and then Umayyad. A group of people called Umayyads, they moved the capital from Mecca to Damascus in 650 after Christ. Again, in 750 after Christ, another group of people called Abbasi, according to Abbasi, they moved the capital again from Damascus to Baghdad. So what's the relation between that and Petra? The relation is, when you move the capital 1,000 kilometers to the east from Petra, it means that the commercial routes and the pilgrimage routes will not pass through Petra. And the earthquake of 747 destroyed the city. So the city destroyed, no money, no income, no trade, no people pass, so that makes Nabatean move away from Petra out. But there is still some of the descendants of Nabatean who they are still living here. So the people around you, the people of the horses, the camels, the shops, they are all the descendants of Nabatean. So the people were living here till 1984. In 1984, our Department of Antiquities asked UNESCO to protect the site. So Petra is one of the international heritage sites, and it is the second of the new 7 wonders of the world. So UNESCO accepts to protect Petra and to support Petra and to register it as one of the international heritage sites by some conditions. The first of the conditions, not to allow anybody to be in Petra after sunset, which it means that the people who they were living here, they should leave Petra to live outside. How could you convince the people who they lived here for hundreds of years to move just like this? Because Department of Antiquities want them to move, or because UNESCO want them to move. It's not easy. That's why they give them the right to use their houses where they were living as a place to generate money. So each of the cafes here belonging to about 7 or 9 families who they are allowed to sell either coffee, tea, or the souvenirs, which is mostly made by Texas. This is why we can see here, and this is why horse ride ticket, it's part of your tickets, to support the people, to enable them to stay here, not to immigrate from Petra, not to make troubles for the visitors. So that's brief about the history of Nabatean. Now, what you can see here is the tomb, the burial place, the qabr. Those are qubur for the people, for the Nabatean kings. So this is the famous great Nabatean king called Aretas. In Arabic, Al-Harith. Al-Harith. So Al-Harith, either Aretas III or Aretas IV. This monument dated back to the end of the 1st century before Christ and the beginning of the 1st century after Christ. So from 90 BC till 20 AD, that's approximate the date of the great king Aretas. Now history was unfair with Nabatean. You have heard about Petra. Everybody in the world heard about Petra. Petra, the famous one, Petra the seventh. Because in Egyptian history, there is 14 different Petra. So Petra, the most famous with Mark Antony. She was the allied, she was a good friend with Nabatean fighting the Roman. When the Roman win, Petra fell in love with Mark Antony. And she asked him to give her the right to collect the tax from her friends, from Nabatean. So they became angry for that. Part of their revenge, they burned her navy. She lost the Egyptian navy. And that was the reason why Mark Antony lost the marine battle against his Roman Emperor Octavius, or his Roman leader Octavius. So this part is missing from history. Another good example how history was unfair with Nabatean. You all heard about how the king of Jerusalem cut his head and offered it to Salome, the belly dancer. So Nabatean was the major part of that story. How? The first wife of the king of Jerusalem, Herod, she was the daughter of this great king Aretas. So Nabatean, they were history makers. They were not at the margin of history. They were as great as Roman, as great as Greek. But the historians, they were unfair with Nabatean. So again, this is the burial place of the king Aretas, and it's an empty room. What you have seen at the video, when the king entered with the journalist, it is an empty room. There is nothing inside. You can see the end of it. Now this is one out of 854 facades inside Petra, and one out of 3,600 in and out, all around. But we use it in our posters to say Petra because this is the best preserved among the other monuments we have. So at the upper top, we can see the Egyptian influence. The urn at the top, and the broken head eagles at the corners. This is the Egyptian influence. Then the kiosk in the middle with the statues. There is 9 statues. This is the Greek influence. The complete pediment, the triangle shape, this is Mesopotamian influence. Mesopotamia, Mesopotamia. You know the Arabic name Fatima? Fatima, the fertile lady. So the original name, Mesopotamia, the area between Euphrates and Tigris, Dijla and Al-Furat, the green area. So Mesopotamia, Mesopotamia. So Iraq of today and Kuwait. So the columns here, this is the Corinthian influence. Those are really not Corinthian, those are palm leaves, not of acanthus. But the common mistake that this is acanthus or Corinthian capitals. So this is what it has